keeps getting worse and worse as we...
I started getting into the music like, probably like, dog, I'm gonna keep it out, it's probably like 99, 2000. When I moved over there, like from back, I stayed at Highland Park for a while. Then we moved back to Troy Road. We used to stay over there, then we moved Highland Park back to Troy Road, right? And when I got back over there, my cousin, everybody used to have the headphones on over there. And Highland Park wasn't that. We outside playing, running around. But them boys over there was into music for real.
Yeah.
When I went over there, my cousin, them used to have the headphones, you know what I mean, with the portable CD players and shit. So that's when I started listening to music. That's when I fell in love with it. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Even though I had older brothers, I always listened to music and was vibing with it, but I ain't started falling in love with music until probably like 99, 2000.
One lady, baby Betty used to know. Say she went to sleep.
I messed with Pac. That was number one on my list for real, always. But outside of him, kind of like Hove. You know what I mean? I had rocked out with cats like, I like real music, so I'm like Nas, Big, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But Pac was my main one, dog. Then from there, I would say Jay-Z, and then Nas.
Oh, he grooming her while taking her for walks up to the stove.
I mean, I just been taking it as it comes, you know what I mean? It's been smooth. It's just like, I ain't expected to get as much recognition and the feedback that I got off of it, you know what I mean? I was just dropping the song and it was shout out to my dog, King, you know what I mean? I Am King, because he kind of like came with the idea, like, bro, you been slacking on your music, man, write the music, but he came to me with a great idea. It was like, bro, listen to this beat, bro. You need to write that song about that little girl. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, right? I started reading the little girl case, and as I started reading and looking to her case, right, it got personal. Because I started to feel it, start reading this, I'm starting to feel the shit, you know what I mean? So, when I looked up her little, like the little girl birthday, that's the same birthday. My daughter got the same birthday as her. So, that really touched me, you know what I mean? Spiritual too, bro. So, a young girl had the YH in her name, that's Yahweh, you know what I mean? I'm a spiritual Hebrew Israelite. So, that kind of like touched me the way too.
Yeah. And
as I, like I say, read her case and started writing it, like I was feeling it. You know what I mean? So a lot of people gave me the feedback off that song. It's like, yo, that made me cry. That made me feel this way. I felt that too. It was like really my calling. It ain't for everybody. Everybody find their tribe. Everybody find their own crowd. You know what I mean? And I went through a journey and it kept revealing itself to me. You know what I mean? So, like a lot of us, I found myself in the joint. You know what I'm saying? I was going through the streets and never had time to figure that out, but the whole time I had felt like it was always something more, you know what I mean? So that's where I found myself at. That was like a good brotherhood for me at the time, you know what I mean? And I just got to going into the studies, learning it, and applying it. First and foremost, it's all about what you understand is true, though. You feel me? What you gonna take in is true, because a lot of stuff that people gonna believe in that you might not believe in, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta believe wholeheartedly in the spirit. You know what I mean? No matter whether you read out the Quran or the Bible. Because, like, we read out the Bible, you know what I mean? But it's reworded with Yahweh, you know what I mean? And his name and everything, but it's the same scriptures in the Bible. So if you believe in that, so like a crossover to that, so you can start getting real truth in it. You know what I mean? If you really believe in what you say you read, if you believe you know what I mean? You spiritual or you Christian, whatever you is. If you really believe in something truth, and you know your soul is calling for that, your spirit, you can feel it. You know what I mean? You'll cross over for that.
I done stood out and plugged niggas, paper plate out, I ate out the mug.
See, I ain't really started writing music until I went to the joint. I used to always just be freestyling off the top of the dome. But when I went to the joint, I had to slow it down. You know what I mean? Make it make sense. Try to capture my moments, my thoughts, right? But I say prison helped me to like start taking it serious. Because like I got locked up the first time, well, I went to the joint twice. First time going to the joint, police took everything from me, knocked me down, took everything. And I was in there like, damn, I can't be going back out to that shit, you know what I mean? I need to be doing something that I can get my money that they can't take from me. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I started writing. Came back and I was doing my music thing, was smooth, but then I was doing that 7 years and landed me at Coldwater. That's when I met a lot of the greats at, you feel what I'm saying? And walking that yard, it was like to be the best, you gotta eat the best on that yard. It was fire on that yard. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth out there. You feel me? So, and I'm fresh from the streets though, and I know that in the streets I couldn't. I could, but I hadn't like put thought into like music that far, or just writing bars. But I slay you with that. You feel what I'm saying? So when I went to the joint, guys was in their structure with song. I was more of a cipher type of dude. So they'd come get me for ciphers and I'd slay ciphers, you know what I'm saying? But when I got in the studio with guys, I started to see where I was at. Like, oh, these boys, the truth in here, you know what I'm saying? So cats is structuring songs, making it right, and then they performing them. And we on the yards, probably 1,500, 1,200 people out on the yard watching these boys perform. And I'm like, damn, I ain't got there yet, but I'm sitting in the crowd watching, you feel me? I'm in the crowd watching, but eventually time had went on, and then I made myself available to get on that stage, man. And them boys had kind of like sharpened me up and made me where, you know, I got stage performance down pat, hold that mic, structuring my songs, all that. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. Prison did that for me. Shout out to my dog, All-Star Bottom Nation, Scarfo. You know what I mean? That was one of my dudes, CB. My dog Black Streets, ASBN, All-Star Bottom Nation. My dog Chance the Don AS, aka I Am King, you know what I mean? Who else? My dog Jay from Grand Rapids. It was a bunch of cats in there that was laying like that, but my dog Fo was like the main one that we all looked up to. Yeah, cause he was slaying stuff for that. He was that GOAT. You feel me? And he played Icewood cousin, you know what I mean? So that's what really like give him a little bit more of a list to make cats mess with him, you know what I mean?
Play like a star in the rave with the music inside it.
I don't think I could, even if I tried, I don't think my mind would allow me to just write just to be saying shit, you know what I'm saying? I done been through that, it's like freestyle shit to me, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't, me personally, when I write music, you gonna tell I wrote it. Because you gonna make it, I'm gonna make it make sense to you, you know what I'm saying? But if you hear me rambling, I freestyle that. And even some of my songs, I freestyle it, I don't even write it. And it might make sense. But it's just the way I think about music, how embedded this shit is in my soul, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in touch with music, so, like, and I've been around Grace, like I say, so they wouldn't let me get out there and do no bullshit. I tried, you feel me? I tried, like, no sir, y'all, they gotta go back to the drawing board. It's cats in there just straight up boo you right then and there when you get up there with the bullshit, so you just gotta know, like, keep it, like, I don't know, everybody got their way of doing things. I like to stay on topic. If I'm on the music, if I'm talking about women on that song, I'm gonna be on women. I might venture off on some dope, whatever, I'm playing, you know, but I'm gonna be on women. If I'm talking about the streets, I'm on streets, you know what I'm saying? Let's just make it make sense. I'm not here to bounce around and play with music because, like my man's Pac say, that shit ain't gonna be here forever.
IG, what's up? IG, what's up?
The times we in, I mean, and it's a sound. It's everybody, you know, going with the sound and how things is. And it's shout out to the dudes who created the sound, and I fucks with it. You know what I mean? But that's like a place where you try to find yourself in, and you merge out of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep mimicking and running around with the same style that everybody else got, because it's like you can pluck one of these dudes, you got everybody. You know what I mean? What's gonna give you your uniqueness? You know, if you're a true artist, you're gonna find yourself. But if you still in your phase of develop yourself, I'm gonna see you at that level too, though. You know what I mean? No matter where you at.
When I got some no lie, why would a lot of these niggas hop on it?
I'm gonna keep it honest, man. We all know, first and foremost, I gotta go holler at Helly. That's the first one. We already know I gotta make some fire with him, but Helly, who else? Damn John Boy, you know what I mean? It's cats out here that's like laying like that though. So it's so many different producers that, you know, that I feel like I want to work here first before I have to take it out anywhere else and deal with other guys. The love should be here. You know what I mean? So, and, you know, you show the love, you get the love. Simple.
On your boat, but I got the dope, so I go a nautical mile.
I see myself being where I would want to be. You feel what I'm saying? As far as the music, like, the music is always a part of my soul, bro. So I'm gonna do what makes me feel good. I'm gonna do what I feel, and I feel like I might not be the only person that feel like this. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be other people that like it and whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay with my crowd. I'm not trying to appease to other people that's not on the level that I'm on the stuff that I'm on. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who do. Kudos. But to me, my wave, I feel like if I continue to be the person that I am, authentic, then more authentic people gonna continue to help me keep going. So it's up for the people to keep me pushing. You know what I'm saying? I can fade into black, but I'ma still do music. You know what I'm saying? Simple. However it goes, but I'ma keep it authentic though. So 5 years from now, hopefully, I'll be somewhere resting to chill and still do my thing, or however it goes. But you know, I'ma keep pushing, bro. I'll keep pushing.
But it seems like all my niggas out here dying, that's why I always.
I do got some things in the makings right now. I got a song called Eagle Eye that I'm promoting right now. In the process of still shooting the rest of this video. I've been keeping people waiting for a minute. I know they tired of this shit, but I got that, and I got an album coming out soon. Eventually, hopefully, I can be dropping it by the end of, you know, June, July. You know what I mean? Breath of fresh air. It's gonna be something dope, bro. Something new for the city, so people can understand. Like, it's a lot of talent out here. There's a lot of good, dope artists out here. You know what I mean? And vibe. You like my vibe, my style? Vibe with it. You know what I mean? Check it out.
So why you got him on the side with you? Niggas out that way,
I think it should expand, you know, but teamwork is definitely important, imperative that you have that, you know what I mean? A team, somebody that's gonna push you and keep you from slacking, bro. You know what I mean? Right now, like I say, I got a couple people on the team that I'm working with. I got a cameraman that I'm working with. I got my dog, I Am King / manager / you know what I'm saying, motivation. You know what I'm saying? So we starting off small right now, but eventually the universe shall help us assemble the team that we need as we go. And I guess, like, you know, for right now, we just gonna keep motivating and pushing each other.
I'm looking at this time fly, I'm thankful for the moment because you.
I can give a message to them. Continue to help people that's keeping it authentic and pushing real stuff out in this world. You know what I mean? Because we make these people, we make the stars, we make everything pop out here. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, it'll be, you know, if you see a person try to help something, a cause or something like that, like, not to get off topic, but the little situation with that little girl, that song was like, it's a powerful song that, you know, not to say just because I wrote it, it's powerful because of the stuff that's going on, you know what I mean, in this world. And then, you know, people see it, people heard it, a lot of folks, but you don't see people like, I guess folks be feeling like, since they so super up in a status that they like, oh, it hurt you to like the pic. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Show people love authentically. Don't make people feel like, you know, they gotta strive to get some basic ass attention. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, we all human. Care what we got and what we don't got, bro. When you see people out here pushing for something great, push them people. Yeah, simple. What up, though? This Bluucheeze. I just knocked out my artist spotlight with the Foreign magazine. It's been all love, salute.
These feeling time ain't on my side. I've been out here stressing, but the nigga up the street for me, he down. And when I ask him how he feel, he say he's fine.